Ever wonder why eating a donut or a bowl of cereal makes you feel great for a moment, but then leaves you tired, hungry, and craving more sugar just an hour later? We've all been there, right? It all comes down to refined carbohydrates, foods that might be secretly wrecking your metabolism and pushing you toward insulin resistance. Today, I'm breaking down exactly how refined carbs cause those dreaded insulin spikes, why that's dangerous in the long run, and most importantly, what you can do to fix it and get back in control of your health. So, let's start with the basics. What exactly are refined carbs? You see, not all carbs are created equal. Refined carbohydrates are basically processed grains and sugars that have been stripped of all the good stuff, fiber, vitamins, and essential nutrients. Think of foods like that white bread you might use for toast, those fluffy white bagels, plain white rice, or those tempting pastries, cookies, and cakes. And let's not forget about sugary drinks and cereals, which are often loaded with refined sugars. These are the main culprits. Now, the problem with refined carbs is that unlike their whole food counterparts, they digest super quickly. This sudden spike in blood sugar triggers a chain reaction in your body, which leads us to, you guessed it, insulin. Okay, so we've got all this sugar flooding your bloodstream. Your body wants to keep things balanced, right? That's where insulin comes in. Insulin is like your body's sugar manager. It's a hormone produced by your pancreas, and its job is to shuttle that sugar from your blood into your cells to be used for energy. Eating refined carbs floods your bloodstream with sugar, forcing your pancreas to release a large amount of insulin to move that sugar into your cells. But because there's too much sugar too fast, insulin overcompensates, leading to a sugar crash, making you feel tired, sluggish, and hungry again. A 2022 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who consume high glycemic foods experience sharper insulin spikes and crashes, leading to more frequent hunger and cravings. This is why eating a muffin for breakfast leaves you craving another snack by mid-morning. It's a vicious cycle. You eat refined carbs, your blood sugar spikes, you get an energy rush, then you crash and crave more sugar, and the cycle repeats. Now, if those energy crashes weren't bad enough, let's talk about what those constant insulin spikes are doing to your waistline. When insulin is constantly high, your body stops burning fat. Why? Because insulin is a fat storage hormone. When it's elevated, your body is in storage mode, making it nearly impossible to burn stored fat for energy. Research published in the Journal of Obesity in 2021 found that diets high in refined carbohydrates contribute to higher belly fat accumulation compared to those with balanced whole food diets. So if you're struggling with stubborn weight gain, especially around the belly, refined carbs might be playing a major role. Even if you're working out and trying to eat healthy, if you're still consuming a lot of refined carbs, you might be inadvertently sabotaging your weight loss efforts. Now here's where things get really serious. If you're constantly hitting your body with those refined carbs and insulin spikes, over time, your cells start to become resistant to the effects of insulin. This is called insulin resistance, and it's the #1 risk factor for prediabetes and type 2 diabetes. When your cells become resistant to insulin, your blood sugar levels stay elevated for longer periods, which can damage blood vessels and increase your risk of heart disease, stroke, nerve damage, and other serious health problems. A 2023 study in the Journal of Endocrinology found that people who consume diets high in refined grains and sugars are 2 to 3 times more likely to develop insulin resistance than those who eat balanced meals with fiber, protein, and healthy fats. The good news is that insulin resistance can often be reversed with lifestyle changes, especially in its early stages. And one of the most effective ways to prevent and manage insulin resistance is to, you guessed it, reduce your intake of refined carbs. The good news, you don't have to quit carbs, you just need to choose the right ones. Here's what you can do to balance blood sugar and reduce insulin resistance. Swap white bread for whole grain or sourdough. Swap white rice for quinoa or cauliflower rice. Swap sugary cereals for high-protein breakfasts. Prioritize fiber, protein, and healthy fats in meals. Bonus tip, eating protein and fiber before carbs can slow down blood sugar spikes and keep you full longer. Small changes make a big impact. If this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on managing insulin resistance. And tell me in the comments, what's your biggest struggle with cutting out refined carbs? Let's chat!